Hey guys, today we have John from EasyBeasy Pets, and today we're gonna be discussing how they basically revamped their messaging and then use that to help support a 3.5x increase in their price without like really lowering their conversions, right? So, with that being said, can you go ahead and like just provide a little context of what EasyBeasy Pets does and how long have you been doing it?
Sure. I'm Jonathan Wiseman. I'm co-founder of Click Less Do More and EasyBusyPets.com. Our platform helps service businesses thrive without the need for multiple applications or apps or any technical knowledge. Using many apps and a website to run your business can do more harm than good, especially if you aren't technical enough. So we offer one easy-to-use tool to manage and grow a service business. For a service business, it brings a lot of value. It includes attracting new clients and getting more reviews, automatically signing up new clients, scheduling without any back and forths, fully automating invoicing, and a proven overall system to get businesses to 7 figures.
Okay, perfect. That's a perfect description. And let's take it back a little bit. What kind of problems were you experiencing like before we started working together? Which parts did you feel like you weren't really communicating and people didn't really understand about the tool?
Right. So we're very client-centric. It's very important to us that our clients thrive and are successful. And our challenge was to get the message across that that's the case. And so we wanted to make sure that people are able to identify themselves in a certain situation where we can help them. And we didn't feel like our website was doing our product justice. So that's why we came to you for support.
Got it. And which like particular areas did you feel like it wasn't really up to par with the product you're delivering? Because you're competing with like smaller apps that do a bunch of different things. And
very good. So very good question. So what was happening was we were being compared to, I'd say 40 or 50 other technologies that that we shouldn't be compared to. We bring value from an overall perspective to our customers to run and grow their business, not just run operationally in some subset of what they should be considering in a software application. And so we needed to give out that message. And just to be more specific, we were being compared to service software solutions that were just doing scheduling and invoicing, whereas our system has an entire client experience from website to scheduling and invoicing, but also to marketing their services online and being able to be found and have a reputation that they couldn't achieve without a simple operational tool like a scheduler.
Perfect. Okay. So now that that is clear on the website and they not only see that they are getting everything that they need to run the business, but they're also like saving money on it. Doesn't seem like an expense. That's why we were able to increase the price. What kind of results have you seen like so far, or are you expecting to see like in the near future? What does that look like?
So the results were that we're able to funnel in the kind of customers that are serious about growing. They're not price shopping. They're looking for a change in the way they think, and they're not looking for a way to run inside of their business, but work on their business to be able to run their brand in such a way that they can grow into that 7-figure type of business that they're looking for. Typically, we work with startups that have that mindset to hire very soon and be able to manage that, or businesses that have hundreds of workers, tens of thousands of clients, and they really need to be able to administratively maintain that and grow with one single tool.
Okay. And so what does that mean? Does it mean like you felt you're attracting those type of people that were like price shopping and thinking you're just too expensive? And now like you're attracting those people that have the right mindset that think, okay, this is the tool that I was looking for?
That's right. We weren't talking to the right people. And, when you are attracting certain customers, you need to be able to tell the ones you're looking for the right message. And we simply just didn't have that on our website. We tried a couple of times. We tried 2 or 3 different website strategies and messaging over the period of the last 12 to 18 months, and it just wasn't working for us. So we came to you for some outside help and advice.
Okay, and I mean, what do you think? Like, why do you think it wasn't working? What do you think was like difference between the process you went through before and the kind of process we went through now?
Well, I think what wasn't working for us was we were in that mindset similar to what our competitors were doing in terms of the messaging of by features. And what we really needed to do was sell our message based on value. And that meant that we needed to send a message that involved, hey, here's your situation. These are the problems you're experiencing as somebody who actually wants to run and grow your business. This is the implication if you continue doing what you're doing today. And here's the need payoff if you're using our solution. And we just didn't think about it like that. We thought about it as selling features, a list of features on our website. And that wasn't giving the right message, in my opinion. And working with you, that really opened our minds to messaging in a way that customers understand. And a lot of them aren't even technically oriented. So being a product-driven company, it was easy to throw the wrong words.
Features.
Yeah, just list a whole bunch of features, which means nothing to people. They want to know how this is going to help them, and that was very important for us to make that change.
Okay, that sounds good. So what happens like most of the time is we end up tweaking the messaging on the website, right? But then it kind of changes the perspective of like the founders and how they think about what they're selling. Is that something that like you've experienced? How did that apply to other areas of maybe marketing and sales that you're like currently running, like besides the website?
No, it's quite the opposite. The surprise was that we've been doing that in other aspects of our traction channels and marketing efforts.
Yeah.
But for some reason, we didn't do that on our website. And now that we did, we're seeing that we can. It's not hard to have a conversation with somebody without talking about price as the first topic. Usually that comes towards the end when they're ready to buy. And so just like I would, get on a call and talk to somebody, the approach that we have on our website is the approach that I would typically have on a phone call, on a sales call with a prospective customer.
Perfect. Okay, that sounds good because the principles are like fairly the same in how
They're
we
very
sell
similar.
on the call. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's your case. And like in your case, you knew exactly how to sell people, but because they're a little bit turned off, they didn't know what the tool was, weren't getting demos in the first place. So that very thing that was working, that's like where you were struggling to get them. Okay, that sounds
exactly.
good. And what about like what in terms of results of or ROI? How would you like quantify this like so far or like near in the future?
Well, it definitely. So we're with EasyBusyPets.com. We're in the pet care industry. It is recession-proof. I don't know if it's virus-proof, but we haven't lost any customers yet. I see this as improving our net bottom line. And even if nothing changed in terms of our volumes, the revenues are 3.5 times larger. But at the same time, we also have much lower attrition because we have the right people using our solution. So maybe 2-3 months down the line, the wrong kind of customer doesn't leave us. I think I would expect that our attrition rate would be significantly reduced over the next few months as well, as a result of changing our messaging.
Okay, that's a good side effect. So now taking a little bit back in terms of like how you found me at the time and everything, could you give us like a little bit of context of maybe how you found me and like what made you like kicked over the fence, like so to speak, like what made you like want to work together?
Yeah, sure. So actually, it was my colleague Max, one of the other co-founders of Click Less Do More and Easy Busy Pets, that sought you out. I believe it was through a social network, and the reason for reaching out to you was mainly that we had that challenge of messaging. We found that when somebody got on a call with me, it was almost 100% conversion at that point. But to get them to that point of getting on a call with me, whether it would be landing on our site or scheduling a demo in the first place, we had some sort of breakage there. The only kind of people that I was talking to were those that were being referred to us directly from our current client base. So clearly something was not working. And we had a strong feeling that it was the messaging on our website. And that's why we tried it over the last 12 to 18 months to try change it up a bit here and there. But I think we were a little bit out of our depth in terms of how to approach this for software as a service, and so that's why we took the plunge and decided to get some coaching help for our system.
Got it. But was there like anything in specific that that made you like essentially kicked you over the fence, right? Because there are a lot of agencies, there are a lot of ways to help. There's a lot of consultants that promise a lot of results, or there are a lot of people that just have like a lot of generic knowledge, and maybe they're not as specific in terms of positioning and messaging and stuff like that. Like, what made you like have the confidence to like essentially taking a leap at that beginning, right?
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of options out there, right? A lot of people who just want to help you focus on emails and email campaigns, or maybe some specific aspect of your site, like help you with copywriting of certain articles or something like that. But we needed a holistic change in terms of how we message to our customers. And when we reviewed your site and the interviews that you were making with your other customers and your focus on software as a service companies, it seemed like a good fit to us.
Perfect. Okay, that's the goal, like to be super specific. Okay,
right.
That sounds good.
Just like us, you had a proper message on your website for us to consider you. Right?
Perfect. Okay, so it's like practicing what I preach, exactly.
Yeah.
As expected. Okay,
you practice what you preach. Yeah.
Okay, so would you recommend others like to work with me? Like, who would you say is like an ideal for a fit, like to work together with?
I think anybody who wants to show their value online, to demonstrate their value, so that they can improve their conversions offline without picking up a call and calling somebody. Anyone who's struggling with their message today, it's in their head, but they need to properly communicate that. And I think that it requires some skill and artistry to do that. And they should definitely consider you because, we all have our expertise, and most of us founders or co-founders or startups, we're generalists. We're not specialists in anything in particular. Like, we can do a lot of things, at least on average, very decently, but not really, really well on a specific item. So
yep.
I think any entrepreneur should consider working with you if they're in the software as a service realm and they need to work on their messaging, because it's just going to help them bring their customers to the phone call or whatever their downstream process is to onboard customers. If they don't do that, then they're just going to find that no matter how good they are as salesmen, they're not going to get enough leads to convert, and they might not even get the right people at their door to have a conversation with.
Perfect.
Not the right customers that they want to work with.
Just as important. Okay, that sounds good. So basically, the final question would be, if someone is like just a little bit hesitant, like to take action, either to book that initial call, to see if I can help them or not, or if they're like in between, wanting to decide if they want to become a client or not, or they're a little bit hesitant, what would you say, like for them, like why should they take action like right now, like in your opinion?
Now's there's never a good time. There's never a bad time to do something strategic like this. It only benefits you. What's the worst that can happen? You have a much nicer website, but you're seeing all these other companies improving in terms of their increase in their customer base or revenue or what have you. And there's quite a long list. So, if you're looking to achieve growth in that regard, your messaging is really, really important. It's probably one of the key strategic steps in your success. Whether you want to sell your business as an entrepreneur, or if you want to grow your customer base to at least $100,000 per month, if you're in that situation, then it's better to spend that money than to throw it away on Google Ads or something like that, in my opinion. And so that's just my 2 cents.
Okay, that sounds good. Kent, you have like no idea how many horror stories I've heard from people just wasting a bunch of money on ads and everything.
It's incredibly waste of money, in my opinion. I prefer the organic approach, organic growth online. You totally got to spend your time on that first before you spend a single dollar on advertising on pay-per-click, because it's the organic side that's going to be working for you after you go to sleep at night.
Yeah,
and also your website is part of that.
Yeah, and also you need to optimize things first, because if they don't get it organically, it's not gonna work.
That's right. And when you're spending $15 in SaaS, it could be like $15 a click or something like that. Yeah. When you're spending $15 a click, you just spend $15 for one click on a possible prospect. It's insane. And then when you add all that money up, it's peanuts in comparison to anything else you might do. So just definitely consider it. It's totally worth it to improve your messaging. And Perfect. That's after years of experience from my part.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, the real final question is, how can people find you online? Maybe they want to partner up with you. Maybe just want to hear about the business overall. Maybe they have a pet business on the side. Who knows? Right.
So easybusypets.com. It's easy to be busy. So easybusypets.com. Check us out. We have a wonderful, beautiful new website for you to take a look at. And if you want to reach out to us, please do so at info@easybusypets.com. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Perfect. Awesome, John. Thanks for the interview. And yeah, looking forward to keep working together.
Ditto.
Okay.